Another day, another babysitter story time. So yeah, sit back, relax, grab something to drink, grab something to eat, and let's just get right into it. So I'm going to call the subscriber who sent in today's video, we're going to call him Kevin. And yes, I got the name from the comment section suggestions, so leave your name suggestions. I'll eventually get around to trying to do as many of them as I can. But anyways, right, the subscriber who sent in today's story is, we'll call him Kevin, right? At this point, right, Kevin, he was on the older side, but, you know, at the same time, he was on the older side. He still needed a babysitter. His parents weren't 100% comfortable with leaving him alone in the house. So anyways, right, it's a normal time when, like, a babysitter would come over. Kevin's parents had some place to be, and they needed a babysitter. So they called up someone kind of local or whatever. And it wasn't, like, super sketchy or anything. Like, she was, like, the daughter of, like, some mother who was, like, pretty active in the towns. I don't know. Like, you know how there's kind of, like, activities, there's like kind of like in the social scene, I guess, with like involvement camps, and like there was like a local, it wasn't like a country club, it wasn't fancy like that, but there's some kind of like youth center. That also doesn't sound right. Anyways, right, you know, the mom was pretty popular in the town is what I'm trying to say. She was pretty active. So, you know, Kevin's mom just made the assumption that the daughter would be pretty chill or whatever, or she just wouldn't do anything weird. Well, that was not the case, to say it lightly. That was simply not the case. Anyway, so this all starts when Kevin is just chilling in his room. Maybe he's playing, a little Xbox. Maybe he's, playing a little Fortnite. I don't know when this thing came out. That could have been, a couple of years ago. I don't know, man. Maybe he's playing a little Minecraft. Maybe he's out there on his grind, mining some Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm back to those jokes, baby. You can't stop me. And he was, and he's just chilling there when he hears the doorbell ring. So, of course, as in every situation, as in every babysitter story as well, the parents go down, and as always, they're like, oh, thank you so much for coming. And Kevin's mom's like, thank you so much, babysitter lady. I'm not going to give her a name because I feel like I'm going to get confused. Actually, no, we're calling her Kate. Screw it. All right, she's like, oh, Kate, thank you so much for coming. Like, I know it was really last minute, but we're so grateful you're here. I'm sure you and Kevin will get along really well. Anyways, right, so Kevin, I think he's probably like mid-match or something, and, his mom is like, hey, Kevin, come down here, meet your babysitter. So he's like, all right, be down there in a second. Finishes up the match, goes downstairs, is like, hey, I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. And, Kate, the babysitter. Let's hope I don't forget the name because I just made her name up on the spot so I don't have it written down. Anyways, right, Kate, the babysitter's like, hey, Kevin, I'm going to be your babysitter for the night. I don't know, like, we're going to have a great time, whatever, standard talk, whatever. And eventually, Kevin's mom and dad leave. They said they'd be back, like, around 12 or 1. They were going to a pretty late night event or whatever, so obviously they couldn't leave Kevin alone at this point. And so, yeah, Kevin, the babysitter, actually kind of chilling. Kevin told me in the DMs, and by the way, send in your stories to my Instagram if you want to be featured, have your stories featured on the channel. Kevin was telling me that, Kate, the babysitter, seemed pretty chill at first. Like, they legitimately just were, chilling out, having a pretty decent time. And, dinner came around, and, she was actually a pretty good cook, apparently. I don't know exactly what she made. Maybe she made some, like, nice mac and cheese or something, bro. Like, maybe she made some, like, I don't know, probably didn't, like, make a, a filet mignon steak or something, but it was still pretty good food. They were having a pretty good time, so she's like, all right, Kevin, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to watch a movie or something? And Kevin honestly said, like, hey, like, I'm in the middle of, like, I want to, like, I don't know, grind some Minecraft or something. You don't actually have to be there for that. I'm totally fine just going upstairs and kind of calling it a night and you can kind of just chill down here. Because, like, even though Kevin was, like, 13, 14, 12, I don't actually know. He was, like, old enough that, like, he could have been left alone, but, like, not old enough that it would, like, make no sense for him to have a babysitter. So we kind of knew what, like, the gig was, like, babysitting. You go there, you get paid just to chill, and, like, it can be either a really hard job or a really easy job. And Kevin also knew that, like, if he offered her that she could just sit there on her phone and, like, watch their TV or whatever for hours and get paid, like, decent money for that instead of actually having to, like, watch him, and he would just go and play, like, Minecraft and then go to sleep, he knew for a fact that she would take him up on the offer. And guess what? She took him up on the offer. She's like, yeah, no, dude, that's fine. Go ahead. Like, that's good with me. And honestly, dude, if I was a babysitter and the kid I was saying, like, of babysitting was like, hey, I'll go up into my room. I'll, like, go play Minecraft. You can sit there on your phone and watch TV and get paid for, like, the next 5 hours. I'd be kind of an idiot to say, no, I'm going to watch you instead. I'm going to put in more effort than necessary. Anyways, right, so Kevin goes upstairs. And, things are pretty normal. He's just playing some Minecraft, playing some Bed Wars, playing some 4s. not playing on a MacBook Air, clicking with the trackpad, which I did for like the first 2 months I played Bed Wars. I was not very good, man. I think I had like a negative KD. It was really bad. Anyways, right, things seemed pretty normal for a little bit, but while Kevin was playing his like 4s and Bed Wars or whatever, right, he was there, he eventually heard the door open, and he was like, wow, my parents are back already? But then, so he kind of like, he didn't get off his game because like he didn't need to if his parents were home. He would have just stayed there, chilled, playing some more Minecraft or whatever. But instead, like, he doesn't hear his mom's voice. He doesn't hear his dad's voice. But instead, he hears a voice of another man, and he also hears the voice of a babysitter. So he's a little bit confused. So, Kevin eventually, like, finishes up. He's in no hurry. There's no urgency to his claim or whatever. So, he finishes up his game, and then he goes out of his room, and he listens, and he hears the babysitter talking with this guy. And he's like, he kind of puts 2 and 2 together and realizes that this is a guy friend, or more likely a boyfriend. And, he probably assumes that, like, she probably shouldn't invite anyone over, especially since, Kevin's mom probably didn't know about it. But at the same time, Kevin wasn't really going to do anything about it. He wasn't going to, like, make a stink. He had a pretty good deal. Like, he was just there, like, playing Minecraft. Like, I don't know why he'd want to ruin that. And it really wasn't a big deal that, the babysitter's boyfriend was there. Well, or so he thought. Yeah, so this is the point of the story where things start to go really downhill. Anyways, right, so, Kevin, he's just playing some Minecraft, just chilling there. And that's when he hears the babysitter in this mysterious guy who he does believe to be her boyfriend, which, spoiler, it is Kate, the babysitter's boyfriend, it is. I'm not going to give him a name. He's just the babysitter's boyfriend, right? He hears the guy and, Kate, the babysitter, walking up the stairs. And he's, like, a little confused because he was kind of thinking he'd be, able to be left alone, right? For some reason, he thought that, like, they might be coming up to, like, babysit him or something together, which really made literally no sense to him because he's like, they got a pretty good gig going, and especially, like, if her boyfriend is here, why would they want to, like, hang out with me too? That makes literally no sense. And he hears them walk up to the room and then walk right by it. So, at this point, Kevin is sitting there playing some, some Bed Wars or whatever, and he's pretty confused. He's just like, dude, like, what? Why are they walking by? Like, where could they possibly go? Yeah, it's not, it gets worse from here, guys. My apologies in advance. So at this point, right, Kevin is sitting there playing some Bed Wars, some Minecraft, some whatever, right, and they walk by his room, and he has literally no idea what else is up there. He's like, okay, well, they're not going to the bathroom, right? Because there's a bathroom downstairs. They're not going to, like, the storage closet room, because there was kind of like a storage room where there's just, like, random stuff. Why would they want to go there? They're not going to my parents' bedroom, because what would they want to do in my... No, they wouldn't, no. They wouldn't do that, man. They wouldn't do that, man. That's not the case. There's no, there's no way. And then Kevin, he's starting to have like a bit of a realization, right, that something not so great is about to go down. He's sitting there and realizes that he hears a door open, and he's close enough to the bathroom that he realizes it's not the bathroom, right? And also the storage closet, he just knows it's not the door of the storage closet. So he realizes that the door that was just opened was the door to his parents' bedroom. And he's like, what? Things are about to go downhill pretty quickly, but... Oh, sorry. Things are about to go downhill pretty quickly, but yeah, before that happens, today's keyword or special word of the day to comment down below is bed, B-E-D. So comment that. I'll try and heart as many of those comments as I can. And also, today is your lucky day, because for every single person who leaves a like on this video and also subscribes, they will receive literally nothing. I know, fantastic deal. Anyways, let's get back into it. Anyways, right, so Kevin's just sitting in his room, and he's kind of just thinking to himself, okay, why did they just go into my parents' bedroom? That's pretty weird, like, I don't know why they do that, like, that's pretty strange. And he hears a little bit of talking, and he's just like, did they go in there to, like, get something quickly? Like, did they want a pillow for downstairs? Were they uncomfortable? Like, he just couldn't really figure it out at this point. And they were staying in there for quite a long time. And then, okay, so I'm going to leave a lot to the imagination with the rest of my explanation of this part of the video, and also so YouTube doesn't go bing bang with my channel or anything. I mean, they don't really care, but they kind of do. They sometimes do. But anyways, when a mommy and daddy love each other, you know what? I'm not even going to try and, like, speak around it. You guys can figure it out on your own if you'd like to. For all you know, they're just literally just solving quadratic equations in there. Maybe they're doing something else. I don't know. I'm going to leave your I'm going to leave your imagination to figure out exactly what you want them to do. Yeah, if you want them to be playing a, a very long game of Monopoly where they're shouting very loudly at each other, that could definitely be it, I guess. I mean, I guess I don't really know. Anyways, right, so Kevin is just thinking to himself, you cannot be serious, bro. You cannot be serious. Like, you got to be kidding me, bro. Like, you seem so chill, like Babysitter Kate. You seem normal. You seem like you wouldn't do something completely crazy, right? You seem normal, dude. You seem normal. But anyways, right, he's sitting there. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to play some Minecraft, man. Like, screw this. Not literally. They're up to that. But screw this, bro. Like, I'm just going to play some Minecraft. I'm just going to chill here. I'm just going to sit and whatever. Like, you know what? I don't really care. I think it's gross. I think it's weird. Especially, like, obviously my parents would not approve of that. It's their own bedroom. That's gross. But, like, I don't really care, man. I'm going to play some Minecraft. And, when the next day rolls around, I'm going to tell my mom, and she will never be my babysitter again. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy my life. I'm going to play some Minecraft. I'm just going to chill out. And honestly, dude, like, it makes sense. Like, why not? Like, at this point, he's like, what am I going to do? Walk in on them intentionally? Like, of course I'm not going to do that, right? But anyway, so, Kevin is sitting there, and what he does is he hears a car pull up, and he's like, oh, is another one of the babysitter's friends back? Because he checks the clock, and the clock only says 10:30. So he's like, oh, my parents are supposed to be back at like 1. So at first he thinks it's like one of the babysitter's friends, like coming over, and he's like, okay, whatever. Like, that's getting more annoying. The fact that she would do everything that she's already done and also invite more friends over. Like, what's she trying to do? Like, throw a party here? But then he realized, right, because he got up and he's like, I want to see this. And he wasn't in the middle of a game anyways, and he was invested enough. He got up and he looked outside and he saw there was his mom and dad's car. And he was like, oh my God, like, wait a minute, like, hold up, like, wait a minute, you're back early? And at this point, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to play oblivious, right? I don't even want them to know. I don't even want them to know that, like, I know any of this, right? So what he does is he goes, into his room, and he's just playing Minecraft. And his parents come in, and they open the door, and they're not, like, quiet or anything, dude. Like, his parents are pretty loud in coming in, but, if you're distracted and loud yourself, you might not hear them. And I wonder who was distracted and being loud at the moment. But anyways, right, the mom walks up and the dad walks up as well, because they go to, like, get changed and undressed, and they can't find the babysitter. So they're just, like, a little confused and also a little concerned. They're like, oh my God, like, where'd they go? And they just assume that they're in, like, some kind of room of the house. Maybe they're both in, Kevin's room. So they walk into Kevin's room, and, the mom's like, hi, Kevin, where's your babysitter? And Kevin is just like, oh, I've just been playing Minecraft. I don't know. Knowing exactly well what just happened. So Kevin's just sitting there, and he's playing Minecraft, and he's just kind of sitting there nervously because he knows, like, what's about to happen. So his parents walk out of the room, and they walk to their room, and all Kevin hears is he hears the door open, and he just hears his mom screaming, what do you think you're doing in my bedroom? I paid you to watch over my son, not this, what, like, et cetera, and just, like, screaming and screaming. At this point, Kevin's just, like, sitting there, playing some Minecraft, getting some emeralds. He wants one of those good upgrades. He wants to get some potions and maybe an ender pearl. He's just having a time of it by himself. And, and he hears all these people walk by his room. And obviously it's like the mom and the dad and the babysitter and the babysitter's boyfriend. And the mom's like, I can't believe this. Get out of my house this instant. So anyways, right, after all the commotion, there's a little period of silence. And then, Kevin's mom, have I been calling the guy Nick? If I have, my bad. Kevin's mom comes in, she's like, hey, Kevin, like, do you have any idea of, like, or what have you been doing for the last couple hours? And Kevin's like, oh, I just told the babysitter I was going to go up and, play some Minecraft. And I've been doing that. I haven't really seen her. Like, what happened? And, Kevin's mom's like, oh, nothing. Like, yeah, it's nothing. And Kevin, obviously knowing what happened and exactly what happened, really, he didn't say anything. He didn't question. He was like, oh, okay. And Kevin's mom did say one thing. She was like, only thing I will say is you probably won't be having, Babysitter Kate anytime soon. And Kevin's like, okay, that's fine with me.